Tasmania's Premier's returned from Canberra with the Prime Minister's blessing to overhaul the state's timber industry. But the likely hundreds of millions of dollars needed to implement the peace deal between the industry and environmentalists didn't rate a mention.
The Premier flew home after less than 24 hours in the nation's capital. A flying visit, but David Bartlett got what he went for.
Lovely.
There we go.
A handshake on the federal government's commitment to the peace deal between Tasmania's timber industry and environmentalists. The two leaders will meet again once the Premier's decided how to implement the statement of principles.
What the Prime Minister has asked me to do is bring back a well-consulted proposal for her consideration, and that's what I intend to do.
Commonwealth cooperation still doesn't have money attached.
I wasn't going to Canberra to talk about money.
David Bartlett's claim that no one's interested in the price tag is frankly ludicrous.
Even Labor's Green allies acknowledge peace in the forests won't come cheap.
There will need to be significant federal government contributions in terms of money.
The Premier yesterday ridiculed suggestions of a $200 million compensation payment for timber giant Guns. But the company's chief executive has told Stateline Guns will be seeking money to stop logging native forest.
We think our employees, our contractors and shareholders should be adequately compensated for those decisions.
David Bartlett's also acknowledged the transition out of native forest entirely, except for specialty timber, will be one of the biggest sticking points to success. The Greens slammed industry suggestions of a 30-year timeline, but the Premier's adamant he'll wait for a full analysis.
It doesn't help in answering those questions if I randomly assign my views to them.
In the meantime, forest contractors are still waiting for $20 million in assistance promised by the federal government. The Premier insists that money will be on the ground sooner rather than later. Simon Fraser, ABC News.